Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
They run again with Ajayi. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Throwing now is Wentz. He's got Evans. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 more yards there and another first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first in the red zone this time.
Detroit! Detroit!
Oh, little 360.
Oh, man.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Here's a give to the fullback. That's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the first and goal.
Let's face it, you always want a team full of guys who can get you first downs and big plays of all styles, but you've got to have a big man you can just turn and hand it to, and he can be dependable in picking up first downs.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They go play action here on first down. The quick slant caught, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing is Wentz. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
So incomplete on 2nd down. Now they'll look to convert here on 3rd. To throw, it's Wentz. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Around the NFL, a game going on in Washington. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll begin the drive with a jive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. Play action. Now Wentz. Over the middle to Evans. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back near the 48-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They run with a jive. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw is Wentz. He sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a jive. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. And McManus missed it. How about that? No good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Incomplete over the middle. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a 1st.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now a handoff looking right. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Damian Williams, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Returning it, Carlos Henderson. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. An unlucky number here, a loss of 13 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Wentz. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. New York set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throw left side complete. It's Harris. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the 1st half of play.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. third down. That's Austin. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we send you on down to our studios in Orlando, where standing by is Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And they give this time to the tailback. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He's going to air one out. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he loses the football a second time. And the Jets have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. 4 yards remaining now on second down.
All right, now, look at 56. Now, let's go. Over. Back 99, Philly, over. Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Fresh set of downs here.
All right, now, look at me. Hurry up, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
That escapes the sand, and he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And his kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So he missed a field goal earlier, but he says not this time, and he's able to knock it through to give his guys 3.
And that's all you want as a kicker, a chance to redeem yourself. You got to have a short memory if you're going to survive at this level, and he's able to get back on track.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Wentz to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. This is Ajayi. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Working from the gun, Wentz. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Evans. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. Past the 20. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 5. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer. And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken at the 3. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go now.
Here's Webb. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go now.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Shrugs the tackle. And oh, my goodness, he loses it again.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go.
To throw on second down, here's Webb. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Broncos on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 14. Out of the gun, it's Webb. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. Now Webb. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now they'll run it on the toss. And some room to work. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is...
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. Leopard. Leopard. No. Check.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. A very solid gain of 27. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Jets, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they will try to turn it around next week as they head down to Carson for a matchup with the LA Chargers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.